Here's the third video in our series of 3 talking about the procedures in the art room. Last time it was the second one. We covered leaving the carpet safely, how to work like a team, when to get water or go to the bathroom, and definitely those silent signals. The first one we covered entering, the carpet, jobs, and scouts. In this third video, we've got to focus on the end of art class. The end of art class always seems like it's coming too soon. We never have enough time. And it's a really stressful time for me. And I'm just going to tell you why. When I think about my schedule every day, you are a super important part of it. But you're only a small part of it. And there's 6 other classes that come to art on the exact same day that you do. On the other days, there's a total of 7 and 7, and then there's one day of 6. You guys, that's 27 classes that come to art. 650 kids. So just like I want you to have the best time in art class, I want everybody to have the best time in art class. And I'm going to need your help, especially at the end of art class. I only have about 5 minutes between classes, and that's not very much time to get everything kind of cleaned up and then set up for the next group. And sometimes I even just need to take a breath. So during cleanup time, it's really important that you do your jobs. On Mondays, there's not even any time between classes. It's just one class to the next class to the next class. So there's no time in between. You've got to help me by getting the classroom ready to go for the next group. Because it wouldn't be fair if things were messy or they had to wait for me. You wouldn't want to wait either. This is funny, but honestly, you guys, this is how I feel every single day when I'm trying to get you to stop working and help me clean up. This baby's face is exactly what I imagine my face looking like when I'm over there flicking the lights on and off, ringing the doorbell, flipping the card, yelling at you, "Help me clean up! Stop working!" And that little baby can't even read the schedule. It has no idea how busy the art room is, but it does know that when it's time to clean up, you gotta do it. So pay attention to your job chart. Talk to your team members. See if you guys can't be the first to get your table ready to go every single time you're in art. Not that I want you to stop early. I want you to keep working until it's actually time for cleaning. But then when it is time, know your responsibility. Do it quickly, do it quietly, and then go right back to your table. See if anyone else needs your help. If they don't, then just sit there. The worst thing is when kids are walking all over the room thinking that cleanup time is social time, and they're just distracting their friends and neighbors from getting their jobs done. And then the baby in me comes out. Since it's our third art class, you've probably already figured out that we have table folders. Every single table has a folder that goes according to the number that's hanging above your table. And all of those table folders get put into our class folder at the end of the day. The class folders keep me organized and keep your work organized. I never lose art if it gets in the folder. Now, if it doesn't get in the folder, that's another story. But I'm not going to say that's my fault. So it's really important that the pink person always gets your art to put into the folder and that it goes in there before they bring it up to the larger folder. When we get to the point where we're using drying racks, that's a whole nother story. I'll get back to that later. But for today, we're just going to cover the basics. We've got to use the folders on your tables at the beginning of art and the end of art so that everybody's folder gets put into the class folder and I don't accidentally put it in the wrong class folder because as you can see, there's a whole bunch. Now, folders are only one job on the job chart. There's a lot of others. So maybe you've got a simple job like put the pencils away. Do it quickly, do it quietly, get right back to your table. If you have another job, let's make sure that we leave the area as clean as you found it. If the countertop looks organized when you get here, it should look just as organized when you leave. So if the baskets are organized when you get here, then make sure the baskets are organized when you put the stuff away. It's really important, again, because there's class after class after class coming to the art room, and it needs to look as good for them as it did for you. I would say that is definitely hitting a lot of our beliefs: respectful, responsible, and kind. The opportunity to show safety happens at the end also, and that's when we're lining up. So once the class is cleaned up and sitting calmly and quietly at each table, then we'll start to line up so that you can go back to your regular classroom. When the line leader lines up, they hit that blue square with their feet and they're looking at the blue wall. The next person needs to be right behind them, head behind head, also facing the blue wall. Check your feet if you need to. Make sure they're facing the correct direction. As the class lines up, the line will have to turn a little bit around table 1, and that's okay. As long as we're all ready for the hallway with a 0 noise level and our bodies are still and calm and safe, then your teacher knows that you're ready to go back with them to learn. And at the end, the faster we line up means the more time we have to do all the other stuff. What if it takes us 5 minutes to line up? That's 5 minutes when we should be doing art. That's a real bummer for everybody. If you haven't figured it out by now, the theme of this third video is definitely about time. There's just not enough time in art. But we can make it feel like there's more time if we do our jobs quickly and quietly with safety and responsibility in the forefront of our minds. Teamwork makes things go faster too. And don't forget, it's not just about your class. There are so many other kids that are coming to art, and there's only one of me. So I need your help to make things go smoothly and so that we're using the short time that we have in the best possible way to do more art.